Crimson Daydreams by Christopher Edge, it's not just a song, it's more like a confession. So in this explainer, we're going to tear apart its haunting lyrics. We're going to map out the entire journey it describes, a story all about desire, obsession, and a pain that's so deep the narrator actually chooses to hold on to.
Okay, let's start at the end. I know, a little weird, but trust me, this one line, it's the key to the whole thing. It's what flips the script from a story about just, suffering into a story about a choice. So how in the world does someone get to a place like that? A place where they make such a chilling decision? Well, to figure that out, we've got to go all the way back to the beginning.
All right, section 1, the arrival. And right away, from the very first verse, you can just feel it. Something is off. This is no love song. Not at all. It feels more like an infection. So forget all that warmth and gentleness stuff. This story is built on sickness, danger, and pure illusion. So just think about that word choice for a second. A flame? Okay, that's passion, right? But a fever? That's an illness. It's something that just completely takes you over, consumes you, leaves you all disoriented. And then you add red eyes and the pouring rain on top of it. Suddenly the whole image feels, I don't know, almost predatory. The entire tone of the song is set right there in that first line.
So right from the jump, the whole relationship is built on illusion. Mirror smoke, what does that even mean? It means nothing's clear, right? Nothing feels real. And right away, affection gets all tangled up with suffering. I mean, every single kiss, something that's supposed to be intimate and wonderful, is already getting close to pain. Okay, next up, the allure of danger. Which brings us to the big question, right? Why would you stay? Why? Well, the second verse lays out the answer pretty clearly. The thing that's causing all the damage, it's also seen as incredibly beautiful. And not just beautiful, terrifyingly beautiful. And that's the magnetic pull.
I just love this line, a pretty wreck. It's such a perfect contradiction, isn't it? You know it's broken, you can see the damage right there in front of you, but you're still completely captivated. Oh, and catch this. It's not just a flame anymore, it's a walking flame. An active, moving, breathing source of destruction. And see, it's not just about looks, it's about the energy. The person moves like chaos in disguise. And you know what? There's a real thrill in that kind of unpredictability, a kind of danger that's just hypnotic. You can't look away, and pretty soon you find yourself actually chasing it. And this line, this is the heart of the whole thing, right here. The narrator isn't attracted to this person despite the danger. No. The danger is part of the attraction. The beauty and the fear, they're totally, completely inseparable. All right, time to break down the chorus. If the verses are telling us the story, then the chorus, well, the chorus is that obsessive thought that's just looping over and over in the narrator's head. It is the absolute emotional core of this song. So here we go. This is literally the anatomy of the obsession, laid out for us in 4 steps. And I want you to notice the shift here. It starts kind of passive, right? Drowning in your touch, you feel totally overwhelmed. But then bam, it becomes an active choice. You're not just getting caught in a storm, you drink it like wine. And what's the result? You get tangled up in lies before you finally land on that chilling final acceptance. It's a perfect map of someone willingly walking into their own self-destruction. Here's a really cool little detail, by the way. An early source for the lyrics actually had the word synize, whatever that means, but the official lyric is crystallize. And that word, it's perfect, right? Think about it. It's that moment when an idea or a memory goes from being all blurry to suddenly being sharp, clear, and just fixed in your mind. That's the moment an obsession really, truly takes root for good.
Moving on to the painful reality. Every story like this has a breaking point. And in this song, it's the bridge. This is that moment where the whole illusion just shatters, and the narrator is finally forced to see this thing for what it really, truly is.
And here it is, laid out plain as day, the perception versus the reality. On one hand, the narrator thought they'd found salvation, heaven breaking in. But the truth? The truth was violent. It was something painful hiding just under the surface, a fire beneath the skin. What a contrast.
So you see, the damage isn't just external anymore. It's not about what happens when that person is in the room. It has become this permanent echo. The violence now lives inside the silence. It's in the narrator's own head. And that brings us to the end, the final acceptance. We're at the outro of the song now. And you'd think after all this pain, all this realization, there'd be some kind of escape, right? Nope. Instead, what we get is this final, spiraling confirmation of the narrator's devotion to their own brokenness.
I mean, listen to this contradiction. It's the ultimate one. This person is like air, literally essential for survival. But at the exact same time, they're the source of complete and total instability. Just imagine that. To breathe, you have to be destroyed.
And this is where the language gets all about permanence. It's not just a memory now. It's a ghost that feels too real, a constant haunting. It's not just a wound that's taking a while to get better. It's a scar I never heal. It's a permanent mark. So now the whole obsession gets framed as a sin. A choice that you know is wrong. But it's the sweetest one. There's this undeniable pleasure in that fall, a pull that's so strong the narrator just admits it. I keep falling back again, over and over and over. And so here we are, right back where we started. But that line, it hits different now, doesn't it? It's carrying the full weight of the entire song. This isn't about defeat, not anymore. After the fever, the chaos, the violence, the sin, this is a declaration. It's a statement of ownership. The pain isn't some curse that was forced on them. It's a wound they have actively chosen to keep. Which leaves us with the song's central, haunting question. Crimson Daydreams. It's really not just about a toxic relationship, is it? It's an explanator on those complex, kind of dark corners of the human heart. The parts that can find comfort in chaos, see beauty in destruction, and maybe even find a sense of identity in a wound they just refuse to heal. It really makes you wonder, what makes a pain so familiar that it starts to feel like home?